Welcome back, everybody. We're here, and it's Pride, so you know what that means. Fuck gay people, right, Lorenzo?
Precisely. I'm about to, after this, I'm just about to hit the closest gay bar, which is probably at least like 2 hours away, just to estimate, and I'm about to like wow the fuck out. I'm taking everybody home. I'm about to be in and out. Just the back seat of the whipskis, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And just in the spirit of getting the whole video taken down in the first 30 seconds, I wanted once again encourage you to fuck as many gay people as possible. Okay? Let's make it happen. That's progress.
Don't ask me a question if you don't want the answer, motherfucker.
No, I'm saying I'm all for it. I don't care what happens. I want to advocate for my people. That's all.
Big fat shows. Somebody's got to. Damn it.
Do it for the cause. Literally do it. Have sex for the cause. Adopt.
You're like the Malcolm X of the gay community.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's an honor. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck a gay person by force. You know, if we don't get rights.
By any means necessary.
Yes, like gunpoint. I'll fuck you.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Yeah, gotta let them know what's up.
I'll also shoot you if you haven't subscribed yet. I will kill you. I'll come to your house and I'll end your life. So please make that happen.
For your own sake.
Yes, for your own safety.
For you, not for us.
Yeah, I mean, just, we want to protect you.
It's not up to us.
It's not. It's gonna be out of my hands. What can I say?
It's out of my hands. It's not in there. You see them? They're not in there.
Nothing I can do. But you can you can subscribe, you can leave a comment if you like the episode, and I'm really. You should be excited for this one because we have a guest. Yet again, obviously Lorenzo's here with me. He couldn't be here for the last episode, but he's back. We just have weird schedules, but it's nice to both be on the call for another exceptional guest, another extraordinarily talented comedian, gay comedian at that. To go along with the theme, he's an awesome dude. I did his podcast recently, Train of Thought, by Laugh Tracks, his production outfit. I'm pleased to introduce, first time on the L&C podcast, Mr. Jake Leizear. What is going on, Jake?
Hello, everybody. I was actually heterosexual before this podcast started, but then I heard about the gun and the forcefulness. I was like, you know what? I better get my shit in order. I don't want to die tonight. So let's get in it. Let's get on it.
You jumped on a penis ASAP.
Smart. I love that.
You know what? This ain't so bad. Smart. Now I see what all the hype's about.
You've been spinning nonstop in your seat. I don't know what that's about.
Just constantly, deeply unprofessional. For anyone not listening, it's 360 all in here.
Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. What's up, Jake? How's it going? I know we were chatting off mic before this about everything from the rehearsal on down to the World Pride. But what's going on in your world as of late?
Yeah, it is Pride, which means I have had 3 separate group chats with 5 separate polls to figure out who's going to what and where. That has nothing to do with me being gay. I'm just like that as a person.
You're very detail oriented and prepared. Like when I did your show, you had a whole Google document just on like here are the exact questions I'm going to ask you. Here's like point for point, and that is not a bad thing. Like you're saying, that's who you are, but it's also an advantage.
It's 100% a trauma response. This is not my first podcast rodeo. I did a podcast in 2020 when we were all doing so great and so mentally stable, and I had people like calling in from their garage on their phone like this, like not knowing what the fuck was going on, wouldn't shut up. So I'm like, I'm gonna have an outline, and here's what we're going to talk about, and we're all going to be chill and normal. If we're going to have to do a podcast, if we're going to do this thing, we're going to make it as like straightforward and easy as possible. So it's really just trying to make sure everything goes the way we want it to go and not get like off track or super emotional or say a slur and then get you kicked off SNL like 10 years ago and then someone get back on SNL. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy.
Of course not. Yeah, you want to have all the slurs lined up neatly, categorized in a Google document,
alphabetical order.
Yes,
let's get them ready.
I'm gonna have to ask you about that SNL thing, because I don't watch SNL.
Oh, yeah?
And I only heard about SNL when Black Panther came out and Chadwick Boseman was on there, and I saw a few clips on YouTube. So it's like, I'm a little lost on that, but we're gonna get back on that.
You don't know anything about it? Like, what's that? What?
I know Pete Davidson and Kenan Thompson are on there, and what's her name? Fucking Leslie Jones. So I know a few people that are on there, but
for a couple seasons,
I don't really watch it. She was. Oh,
is Pete Davidson even still on? Yeah, no, he's gone too.
Is he not?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Him
you
and
see,
his big
I'm
cock are out on the street.
All his tattoos, they're gone. He's homeless, irrelevant. It stands for Saturday Night Live. It's a sketch television program on the National Broadcasting Corporation.
Full breakdown.
There we go. And there was a Philadelphia comedian who got on there the same year as Bowen Yang, and then he immediately got fired before his first episode because his secret podcast came out, which if you have a secret podcast, isn't that just talking to yourself? But yeah, he said a bunch of mean stuff about Asian people, and then they kicked him off immediately. But then 10 years later, they're like, come back for a hosting gig. It's been long enough. And it's like, okay, sure.
Well,
why not?
Surprisingly, you're skipping a whole part of the saga where he, blows up in the conservative comedy sphere, in the Rogan sphere.
Yeah, that's why they invited him back. Mm-hmm. He had a couple Netflix gigs that went well for him. He was on tour, and then he got like the perks of being canceled, as one might say, because they were like, how dare this man lose his job for violating the terms and services of his job. Yeah.
And so I think what you were saying, I totally agree. But also the onus lies squarely on, not just squarely on, but I would say equally or as much so on SNL for hiring him in the first place and not doing the vetting, right? Like, because secret podcast too, you can find it. It's
not that secret, guys. Just do a Google.
Yeah, like, didn't that happen with the lady in the movie recently, the trans woman from Brazil or whatever, from
Carla Sofia Gascon? Yeah. Let me tell you, Spain's own Caitlyn Jenner.
She's
I'm an
Spanish,
Oscars
excuse
nerd.
me. Yeah, it was a Brazilian movie, wasn't it? It was like
no, because it's a Mexican movie about the Mexican cartel and about sex reassignment surgery. Basically, a woman who runs the cartel, so she can transition to being a woman. She fakes her own death and comes back as her true self as a woman, and then pretends to be her child's aunt so she can be in her family again. So she's like, I knew your dad, who was also me. It's also a musical. This movie's insane. I've seen it twice. I hate it so much. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. But as someone who's seen Cats every year since it came out, I'm no stranger to just seeing things that are bad for the fun of it.
Now,
must just naturally be good at explaining movies, because I was gonna watch it, but then you're like, I've seen it twice and I hate it. But I'm like, well, which one is it?
What's it called again?
It can be both. It's called Emelia Perez.
Emelia Perez.
And here's the thing. It's proven a thing that I've taken to heart this year really strongly, is that saying things are bad, saying things are good, it's boring, it's tired, we don't have to do that anymore. Things are either really mediocre or really iconic. That's it. That's the binary. That's the spectrum we're working on now. And it's a bad fucking movie.
Yeah.
But goddamn, it's iconic.
And it had all the makings of a Hollywood blockbuster or one of these straight to streaming.
It's a musical.
Things.
It's a Netflix original.
Yeah, Netflix original musical with Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez. I mean, what's not to love?
Star-studded cast.
And
star-studded cast.
And they're spotlighting, a pretty much otherwise unknown trans
woman of color
actor in the premiere role. Yeah. So turns out,
and then you get to the movie, and then you get to her tweets, and it's like, what have we done?
Yeah. So you get to the movie. Yeah. In the order of events, you get to the movie. It's not good. And then Netflix and all of the PR start to run defense for the movie, saying people just hate it because they hate the message. But then people find this lady's tweets, and she's talking about Jews and
Muslims. And
Selena Gomez. Yeah, she's talking trash about her co-stars.
She said she was a drowned rat forever breaking up with Justin Bieber, which, frankly, if you're an adult and you care about teenage celebrity love drama, I can't help you. I really can't help you.
There's some of these, I want to see if we can find some, but there's some that we can't even put on. Like, she's talking about George Floyd, according to Variety.
She said he deserved it. Not a great take, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. Not that hasn't been relitigated enough. I'm
going to be so brave and say maybe he didn't deserve it. Yeah. I know, shocking concept.
Yeah, you never heard about this, Lorenzo?
This, like, I be out the loop, but like I never heard about this.
Yeah, let's
hold up.
Let's read this.
Do one of y'all know why Lana Del Rey is what's the word? I was told she's problematic.
I mean, kinda. Here's my thing. I do not have clinical depression, just anxiety, so I've never really fucked with Lana Del Rey like that. She's not for me. She's slow. She's singing about how her pussy tastes like Pepsi Cola. That is a quote. Not for me. But I do know that she did marry a Trump-supporting alligator wrangler in Florida, which is problematic because that should have been me. I should have married the alligator wrangler in Florida. That is my heritage. I'm from Florida, culturally, not originally. I was born here, but culturally, I'm from Florida. My family's from Florida. That is my birthright, Lana. She's a poser and a fake, and I should have married this.
I was going to say the Tiger King's probably looking, but I think he just got married in prison, didn't he?
He did, to someone in prison. But I did look into his dating show because they publicized all the auditions. So I was able to read through all the auditions. You could filter by state. So I was able to see everyone in my beautiful city who auditioned to be on the Tiger King dating show. And it was exactly who I expected.
You thought?
To be.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It's kind of like, it's really nice. It's like the phone book that nobody asked for.
Exactly.
Just like, let's see all the crazy people I know and love. What
the brown pages, because they're stained with shit.
What they think their chances are with this criminal animal abuser.
He's a criminal animal abuser. Obviously, like he's probably got a little wide variety of who he's willing to take in, you know?
Listen, I just heard he beat that pussy up, and suddenly I was like, you know what? Okay. And then, like, no, literally, I'm like, oh, not great. Not great.
Not great at all. Everything is bad. I feel like all movies are bad now. When's the last time you saw a good movie?
A few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what it was. I just know it wasn't recent.
Yeah. It hasn't been recent. I saw the Thunderbolts recently, and everybody's been like, but everyone's raving about it and talking about how good it was, and like Marvel's back. And it was lackluster to me. And granted, I did see like pretty much a complete spoiler review beforehand, so I had so maybe if I went in blind, I might have had a different impression. But even still, sitting there in front of the big screen, I wasn't blown away by it. I was just like, this is still just business as usual, guys. Like, I don't know.
And it's disappointing because like you just want more, and you at least want to feel like they give a shit, you know?
Yeah.
At least trick me. At least try to trick me. Act like put effort into tricking me.
Yeah, and like Lilo and Stitch is bombing now, or getting review bombed.
How are we going to ignore Sinners? Because Sinners was incredible. So I saw Sinners twice.
That I opted to see this other bullshit instead of that. And
what is wrong? No, you made the wrong choice.
So that's a good movie.
Haley Steinfeld spits in someone's mouth. It is a great movie.
Okay. There we go.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
It's vampires. It's
Let's watch this for the
20s.
for the podcast, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Let's do another
Oh my
field trip
fucking god!
because you would like
Let's
this
do it.
right
I
up your
love field
alley.
trips.
Yeah, it's Michael B. Jordan. It's
Okay.
It's Ryan Coogler directed it.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking to me?
Delroy
Michael B.
Lindo.
Jordan plays twins.
I love Delroy
talking to
Lindo.
me.
Does he have a big
Two
part?
Michael B. Jordans.
Does this guy have a big part in it?
Oh, he does. Yeah.
I love this dude
that's,
so much. He's awesome.
He's so fucking good.
Yeah.
My favorite part, I saw this movie twice, and the second time I saw it, the woman in front of me would not get the fuck off her phone, like the entire movie, like watching videos on mute during the phone, like taking selfies, and I'm like, this woman looks really familiar. Who is this? It's the ex-mayor of Baltimore, Catherine Hugh.
No kidding.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I ain't surprised.
Because I saw her post on her Instagram after that. She's like, still trying to figure out that movie. I'm like, it's about vampires. There's not much to figure out. They drink blood. Like, that's it.
Catherine Pugh, excuse me. Yeah. Isn't she
shit,
like
wrong?
No, you're fine. Didn't she get booted out because of incompetence and the police?
The wrong Baltimore mayor. I keep doing this because she was the one who lost out because she was trying to sell her at-home healthy lifestyle living books using her mayoral contacts. It was Stephanie Rawlings Blake who was mayor when we had the Baltimore uprisings, and just basically didn't do great. And then we've had Sheila Dixon who used gift cards for fraud while in office. We have a lot of mayors in Baltimore that just do a lot of bad things, so it's hard to get them together.
I assume they grew up there, so it's like you can only blame them so much, you know?
I guess, but like,
wow, I'm rubbing off on you. You're getting more racist as the show goes on. Yeah, I feel like
the race of Baltimore.
I just feel like that's some shit I would say for shock value, and now you're saying it like unironically. No.
Look, Baltimore, like Florida, which is why certain people move from certain areas straight to certain areas, are their own race of people, you know?
Yes.
The Baltimoreans and the Floridians. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of both, and they speak for themselves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Our own race, our own class, own gender, own species. We are out here in these streets. It's Balmer, 100%.
If Steve Irwin was alive today, he'd be like, crikey, the wild Floridian walking his alligator.
If Steve Irwin was alive today and came to Baltimore City, Maryland, you'd never hear from me again. I'd hop on that truck and be like, Steve, let's go, buddy. Here we go.
Well, I don't know if you've been tracking this. I love that you brought up Steve Irwin because his son has been wilding out recently on Instagram, and it has me feeling some type of way. We already looked at it with Hal Cooper on an earlier episode because that's kind of when it came to my attention. But I just want to get your opinion.
Through.
Yeah. What's his Robert Irwin, right?
It's Robert. It's Robert and Bindi.
Yeah, let's see this. I mean, he is really. This is his regular account.
He's got pictures with his sister and the animals.
Yeah. But what I want to see are the thirst traps. How can I find those? Yeah.
What, he's got a daughter? Look, he's got a little family.
Yeah, and I think his sister just got married.
Aw.
You know, so if my dad was stabbed by a stingray for television purposes, I'd show a little dick print on Instagram. Fuck it, you know. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do to process. That's the healing journey.
Dad's dead. How you doing?
Google Images never fails.
See?
He's blending two parts of his life and creating one art.
I love that this guy, whoever this is, snuck in here. That's awesome.
Good for him. He had a snake. He's like, you know what? This is my time. I've got the snake for one reason, and it was this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
He's like, I'm about to take it to the pet store later. I'm about to take this bitch back.
Have you all ever held a snake this big?
That big?
Yeah, I don't know about that big. I know a few people that have had snakes, and I don't know if they were that big, but I've held some snakes. They're pure muscle, and they're not slimy like people think they are. They're actually pretty cool. As long as they like you, they're cool.
That's the thing. Like
that's like
pure
anything.
muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tell people it's like anything. Though, like Imagine somebody just comes and picks you up. Like, you're not gonna be too crazy about that shit, you know? So it's like, you gotta be cool.
Yeah, but if this guy comes and picks you up, I mean, what are you doing?
If anybody picks me up, I'm not gonna be happy, honestly. I don't really like being picked up, you know? So like, yeah. But like, that's a me thing.
I've got a cat, and every time I pick him up, I think like, you know, if this was reversed, you probably would have killed me by now because you would be a giant cat. But I don't think I like to be picked up like that, especially like if I was just in my underwear and like that is a giant like 6 foot, just basically tube of muscle, and I'm there in my hands, like not a stitch on me to help. That's how your father died, Robert. So like, careful.
Too soon.
It has been 20 years, almost 20 years, because it was like right on my birthday, and maybe that's why I'm like this. Maybe that's the trauma. Yeah. I woke up, I had like a little sleepover because I was like 7, and my mom's like, so sweetie, before we go for breakfast, I want to tell you something.
So fucking funny.
May you rest.
R.I.P. Rest in power, King.
That would be dramatic, yeah, because I don't know, like I kind of remember when like when Michael Jackson died, it had a big impact on like my little brother of all, like I didn't really care. I went, who's Michael Jackson, because we discussed this before recording. I don't know who anybody is.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, the basketball player, and they're like, that's Jordan.
I think I said that. No, you're making a joke, but I'm pretty sure that's what I like asked my dad when he told me, and I was like, the basketball player. But my brother was big into him. He had one of the little gloves and everything. Like he would have been ripe for the taking if Michael had made a stop through my hometown. He would have been right at home in Neverland, I'm sure.
Your brother named Quilt. He'd be right there with Blanket.
With Blanket.
Hey yo, you ain't fucking wrong though. He definitely named that kid fucking Blanket. Setting him up for fucking failure.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens. My sister went to a school with a kid named Orange. Like,
Orange? Stop lying to me. Don't come
this
on
was Baltimore, right?
No, this is in Anne Arundel County, Maryland. He was like the kid of a failed actress or something that like fled to the suburbs.
So she thought she was gonna be real big, so she gave her kid a strange name to manifest it, and then she became ain't shit, and now her kid's just got a weird name. You've got to already be really fucking big to give your kid a weird. You can't be like so Taylor Swift. She could give her kid a weird name, but when she first came out, her kid's got to have a regular ass fucking name. Okay,
like Richard, you're an insurance adjuster for Liberty State Mutual. You cannot name your child Tire Iron. It just can't happen. You don't have that right.
Not yet. And then there's something with like just being a rich person naming your kids weird things by virtue of just being wealthy, because you know there's nothing left to gain, or there's no thrill left in the world, you know, like
you can't feel anything anymore,
right?
So you're just like, fuck it, name him X.
Let's fuck up this kid. Yeah, let's fuck his whole life up.
You're like, I'm gonna make people call my kid XJW4, you know what I'm saying? And they gotta call him that because it's his name. It's the ultimate power trip, because you know that for the rest of that kid's life, people have to call him what that ridiculous name that you named him. It's the biggest power trip.
Yeah,
you live on through your child's bullying.
Fuck the kid. He's gonna be rich. He's like, I'll leave him money for therapy.
Listen, once Barron Trump launches his DJ career as DJ Barry Bear in like 20 years, then we'll know.
Holy shit. And he's already down the incel pipeline.
Yeah, he's like at NYU. Just, I cannot imagine.
Who, Barron?
Yeah, he goes to NYU.
What the fuck? I thought he was like 12.
No, he's like 20 now.
That kid grows. That's crazy.
Did y'all have a famous person at your school, like someone from TV?
No, just regular ass people.
We had one girl in my high school who was on Beyond Scared Straight, like the show where you go.
You were in a bad school. What's going on?
We know. She, for anyone who doesn't know who's listening, Beyond Scared Straight was a thing we did in the, 2010s, 2000s, where basically if you're so bad, they take you to a prison and they show you how bad your life could be. and they filmed that for MTV. And every episode ends with like, oh yeah, Thomas got his life together and supports his son, and Erica went and got her GED. The girl from my school, Daria, icon name, icon legend, she ended her episode with, and Daria went back to dancing. She was at the Penthouse Club here in Baltimore for a long time. Last I'd heard from her, we were Facebook friends. She was texting frantically on Facebook being like, has anyone seen, I forget her boyfriend. Has anyone seen my boyfriend?
Is this her here?
Oh, that is her. That's Daria.
Yeah.
Because that episode aired when I was in high school, and she had like just basically a minor celebrity route, and she dropped out, I believe, right about 6 months before this aired. But yeah, last I heard, she went into CVS and left her purse and her boyfriend in the car, and when she came out of CVS, all three were gone. So Daria, if you're listening, thank you for letting me be the funniest sophomore I knew, because I could tell jokes about it, and I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, she helped you cope, with the craziness of high school.
Exactly. She was really an ally.
You made it through.
To all queer youth. She did that for us.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine. There probably should have been a few girls and guys at my school. I was at probably one of the most notorious schools for people acting out and cops getting called in our area here, but I'm still in a rich, good school district. So comparatively, like I know they have it bad in Anne Arundel County though, because I do have family there, and I would always go to like ceremonies there and events, and there would literally be like bars and like a security guard, metal detectors ahead of their time, not just for shootings or anything, just for knives and all sorts of paraphernalia.
Yeah,
it was like TSA.
I mean, we didn't get class rings. No, we got class knives. I don't know what you're talking about. That's just the way we go. That was a joke.
That was great. You really had me. I was like, no rings? Like they really thought there were no
rings.
Prison rules for real.
Yeah, you had 4 rings. It's a brass knuckle. That's it.
Oh shit.
I want to pivot here. I've showed this to Delon on the last episode, and he didn't really have much of a reaction because I think he was trying to be diplomatic and just not say anything at all on the subject. But I wanted to explore this trad wife couple with you guys and just get your take. Have you seen this?
What we got here?
Traditional couple here.
Pardo, your lunch is served.
The gamer chair, really.
So for today,
hold on. Weapons and nails.
I gotta get them done.
Handle that.
So for today, I made you hot, crispy chicken.
So far, it's it's a gay couple, right? Happy Pride.
And, figured, that was my first thought.
and the gimmick is like with these videos, the one in the back always makes some kind of dish like that she's been slaving over all day long, and boyfriend or husband gets home and sits down. He's like, "Where's my dinner at?" Basically, it's all ready to go, and he starts digging in, and then he normally dresses her down. And says like, "What's going on with this?" and just hands her a wad of cash, and then they proceed to eat the food on camera, kind of like a mukbang. And I mean, it has 1 million+ likes. This is a trend that they've set of the whole routine.
This is. I would say not only a trend, I would say even aspirational, because Harvey Milk did not get shot. Marsha B. Johnson did not throw bricks. People did not march. For me to not get paid by a man for doing the bare minimum.
This is
a fucking this is a hungry man dinner. This boy microwaved this. I'm sorry. This is not.
Hey, yo.
This is air. He didn't pull out the air fryer. He's like, I'm just gonna stick it in the microwave 30 seconds.
I think he did. I think it looks crispy.
Mac and cheese. It's a square of mac and cheese. That is still cold in the middle, hot on the outside. You know what? That's gay rights. we should be allowed to do the bare minimum and get paid for it while wearing like the same apron you could get at the Dollar General. That's what we fought for.
Yeah. with the Amazon chain and the teardrop.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love it. This just screamed to me like white Christian traditional housewifery, ass behavior, and on full display on camera, featured on the homepage on Instagram. I was really astounded by this and the reception of it being so
1 million likes.
Yeah, like say thank you at least. I need that. The food looks great. There's a meme of the sausage fight. I mean, it's
there's just full on sex.
It's just full on gay sex happening.
Yep.
But I mean, shit. I just
like
that's progress, like you said.
That's progress, and like this trad wife stuff. Like I get it. I don't want to make choices either. I don't want to do my taxes, but like you're not going to see me on Instagram in a full press talking about that.
Right.
Like we're gonna keep that at home.
High key, I be saying the same shit because I'll be like, I can't blame like tons of people want to stay at home. Like nobody wants to fucking go to work. Like I like to be active and like do shit, but I don't necessarily want to like work. That's not.
I don't want to hop on a fucking call. I don't want to answer an email. No, but I gotta pay something.
Yeah, exactly. Got to get done, so I do it, and I'm more than happy to do it because it produces results that I like. It gives me money. But if I had the option not to do so, I probably wouldn't do so, or not as much.
You'd never see me again if I didn't have to work. I wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Be in the woods. Fuck this.
High key, yeah, bruh. But like that shit's possible. You just gotta like build some shit in the woods or some shit.
See. Here's the secret. I do environmental stuff for a living. I know the people who go out and do it. They all have syphilis. Every single one of them. I know this for a fact. This is from my degree. They are like the most crazed sex fiends you've ever met. Like fucking commune people. If you ever have like an evening to read through commune drama, there's a ton of like write-ups of this. And about like so-and-so is sleeping with so-and-so and we're off the grid and it's supposed to be all utopic and everything, but they're all fucking and they all want to kill each other and they hate each other so much, and it's great. You think Housewives is fun? You think whatever Netflix is doing for reality TV? No, put a bunch of people out in the woods, they're hunting mushrooms for a living and they don't have any electricity and they're all kind of horny about it. They lose their minds. It's great.
High key. When you don't got shit to do though, like what else you gonna do?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes so much fucking sense. Yeah.
But then they're all very they trauma bond so fast. So all the writers are incredible.
Oh my god.
I cannot recommend it enough. It's a great way to spend an evening.
They're like, I miss electricity too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And this is why Rachel, who joined the commune, is a bitch.
Check this guy out. This is commune behavior. I haven't shown you this, Lorenzo. I was waiting for you. But check this dude out.
LA River.
Those of you who don't know, the LA River is not a river at all. It's like the big giant stream waste system that runs through the entire city. That yes, it does fill up when there's rainfall, but it's an open air sewage system essentially, and he's just swashed it around in his mouth.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
He's gonna die, or this is the most powerful immune system I have ever seen. I've looped back around. Nothing can kill this man. He's got like the iron stomach, iron lungs, iron colon. Nothing can stop him. And I've always wanted to marry someone from the Freak Show. Yeah. And I think this might be our chance. So I looped back around. And Robin, call me. Robin Greenfield.
Oh my God. His DNA is the cure to everything. He's gonna get snatched up in a white van, and they're gonna be like, "How is he still alive?" Like they're gonna do tests on him,
and then they're gonna make a Netflix documentary about it, and then they're gonna cast Charlie Day to play me as like the grieving spouse at home. It's all part of the plan.
I just don't know how this starts. Like, how are you testing your immune system? How are you getting to this point where you even say like, okay, this is something I want to experiment with? Like, was he just looking for a cure to whatever male pattern baldness is happening, and he just ran out of options? Is he
he's probably gonna get fucking mutant powers or some shit.
Someone, oh god, he's already 56. Do y'all know who Shoe Nice is? He's like an old YouTube
I love Shoe
person.
Nice.
Yep. That's how Shoe Nice started. He just started eating stuff and see if it would work. And then he's out there eating motor oil and like glue and raw steak on YouTube for money.
The shit is like, if you build it up slowly, you can do shit like that. Like, you know, so it's like, it's not impossible.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear him
like, you know, build an immunity to. Although honestly, I would gargle the LA River before I ever put my toes in it. Like, bare out toes for free.
That's nasty too.
Pride. No, that's too much. That's too much.
It's gonna get cellulitis inside and out, or whatever kind of nasty ass.
I love it.
Extraterrestrial.
If it's good enough for the ducks, it is good enough for me. I am not afraid of this.
Hey, you know what
this
also
is
is
life.
good enough for ducks, Robin? Corkscrew penises and rape. Like, ducks are freaks.
Yeah. Not
like,
a good litmus test.
Not a good metric.
At all.
They shit on golf courses. Do you shit on golf courses, Robin? Can I watch?
He's got a very simple ideal to life, though. He's like, hey, if ducks do it, I do it, you know? I throw bread at me, I'm gonna eat it, you know? I can't get down with this. I can't abide. I don't know how you came full circle. Like, we were talking about RFK Jr. He recently took a dip in Rock Creek Park, which is kind of a similar situation.
Park. Yeah. Like, he's gonna get worms.
And he
might be a worm.
At least with Robin, he's not subjecting anyone else to it. But with RFK, he brought his granddaughter,
his children, his grandchild.
Yeah. How irresponsible is that?
Like, where's CPS when you need them?
Seriously,
Kennedy. He's a Kennedy. He has money. He can afford a pool rental. He doesn't have to live like this.
I guess
so. That's how you stay rich. That's why you're not a fucking millionaire, billionaire, because you don't know what it takes. You're not prepared to do what it takes. You want to buy pools when you need to be in the sewage.
I should have had a granddaughter. That's what's missing. I could have been a millionaire by now if I had a granddaughter. Fuck.
Look at this. Look at them in the.
Is he in jeans?
He's always in jeans. That's not news anymore. That's no longer news.
River?
He's got the kid like that too.
This is
what is he doing?
What is happening?
His back. Hey, yo.
Can you not afford a bathing suit? What?
He works out in jeans. He's in jeans 24/7 and shirtless. That's nothing. There's nothing to report there. But this is maddening to put children, like, enough with, like, okay, you're gonna grift, do your thing, sell your supplements, whatever. Get your bag, girl. But why do you have to involve the children? Why do you need to bring these helpless people who look up to you? Why do you need to bring them into your bullshit, into your literal like shit in the water?
Shit. Because we have existed long enough as a country without having real X-Men. He's trying to make a mutant right here, right now.
I guess.
But it's not going to be like Cyclops. It's going to be the ones that just like are a puddle and like have one finger sticking out. Mm-hmm. Like, not one of the good ones. But you got to start somewhere.
I'm just convinced I'm convinced all these people are starting from a point of like they're trying to find a cure for something, and they've run out of options. They've hit a wall, and they're like, okay, I'll try anything, or like it's vaccines preventing me, or I'll get in the river. Like, for him, I don't know what he was looking for in the first place.
Yeah, he's trying to get the stronger bacteria to fight the current one. He's like, they'll fight to the death and they'll kill each other.
Yeah, that's it. That's what killed the worm in my brain. It's like, I've been drinking directly from the sewage system my entire life.
The toilet pipe and the sink pipe are one and the same.
Oh my god! In his house. No, fuck, bruh.
I can't get down with it. I know.
That's like custom plumbing you can get when you're a millionaire.
I guess.
Just put it all together. I don't give a shit.
No, you got to give a shit at least, like some shits. Otherwise, it's not going to work. There's a process.
Yeah, I need a
Just
palate
don't
cleanser.
run the kitchen sink while you're flushing the toilet.
Exactly. It's like how you couldn't be on the phone on the internet in the past. You know, we're used to this.
Don't do laundry when I'm in the shower, please.
You guys are both Marylanders. Lorenzo, you're
Yes.
a vegan, so I guess you don't count. But Jake,
As a Marylander,
do you like crabs?
I knew you were gonna say crabs. I fucking knew
I
it.
fucking knew it too.
Yeah,
Here's
it's on screen. I've been trying to go back and forth.
Here's the thing. If I wanted to eat a bug, I have bugs at home. We got like spiders and crickets and shit. Like I don't need to go to the ocean to get a bug. I appreciate them for what they are. I appreciate them
But they've
culturally.
been cooking down there. That's what makes them tasty. Is that they've been down there.
waste.
They've been
Cool.
okay, and
I'm glad they've been cooking more for everybody else. That's great for them. You know, also been cooking food, actual things you can eat that aren't bugs from the ocean.
listen, it's not the same
Indeed.
because that'd be like saying like I'm not gonna make out with Robin here because he's drinking out of the L.A. River.
That's extremely fair. That's very
It's
fair.
not fair
That's
because you
extremely fair
boil a
thing to-
crab, you boil it alive and then consume it.
You're not gonna
right?
boil Robin
Before
before you make
need
out
to
with
boil
him.
Robin.
That's just sanitary. You gotta.
I don't advise anybody go within 10 feet of Mr. Greenfield here or RFK Jr. for that matter. But I will
No.
say eating crab or seafood is a much different thing because you're preparing the food, right? Like I want this guy to go through like a full deep clean screening. I want a blood panel before I even like make physical contact with him. But that's what you're doing essentially when you kill the seafood, right? It's getting purified.
But see,
That's not it.
that's not it. You're talking seafood, and like fish are fine. Fish are food and friends. Crustaceans, shellfish, that's a bug.
But they taste good. We figured it out. We're here.
It's a
Cool.
bug though. It's just a big bug.
Oh my gosh.
There's a big
It eats
bug from the
waste.
ocean.
I don't disagree, but
it eats,
the fact that it has so much meat on it and that it's good is what.
there's not that much meat. They're big. They're bigger than other bugs, but they're still like not as big as other things. You know.
Yeah,
By comparison, an anthill has more meat by metric because it's just they got this much shell and this much meat, but you got a bunch of them.
the thing that I like the king crab legs, like where there's a lot going on. So I totally get it. I get like soft shell crab and blue crab. There's not a lot going on. I'm not really big on that, but I guess that's what brings me to this clip here, this mukbang here. This might
What the
be more
fuck?
controversial than I thought it would be, but this
Is
looks
that a
good.
lobster?
It's a big old lobster claw.
吃这个啊！
So they just
Ain't no
break in half
fucking
with
way.
that, huh?
Oh hell no.
This is some King
他们说这个是道具啊，
Kong
面包。
bullshit.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Holy
gigantic.
fuck,
Look at that.
bitch is big.
Yeah.
So you know that lobsters like they live a very long time and then they die when they don't have energy to shed their
Yep.
their shell anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, some guy I found on YouTube, he went to a grocery store and bought a live lobster and then just took it home and raised it in his fish tank and did a whole series about like raising this lobster. And ever since then, lobsters have seemed more tasty. I'm not gonna lie, because now I have a personal attachment. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna be the one cooking it, especially one this big. Like
Yeah.
that's a dog.
This
That's not a
seems like
bug.
it does seem wrong for, like you said, Lorenzo, and even in the comments, people are saying like you shouldn't have killed this. You're not even really legally allowed to capture these in most countries because I guess they're designated for breeding at that size, and they are kind of just like the alphas of their domain.
Yeah.
And they also apparently don't taste as good when they're that big, or like they taste. I don't know what the word would be for seafood, but like I guess gamey or the
Like
equivalent
shit.
of that, or like shit. It may be, yeah. Or just like it's rough. It's tougher. It's not as delectable.
I can't stand somebody that like kills something and eats it and like doesn't appreciate it, you know? Cause like what the fuck, you know?
Like if you're gonna go through all that, at least like, put some salt and pepper and like some seasoning on it and not whatever ranch. Is that what's on there?
I have no
I'll-
idea. Yeah, that's some nasty ass concoction she's got slathered on there. That's something else.
猎猫也挺逼真的啊！你看这个，
No,
这个
that's
雪糕啊，
just the residue. Yeah, that's just like the filament.
that's just
she's
the
pulling off. Yeah.
the residue.
It does look good though. I'm not gonna lie.
这个不好吃，
Like my mouth is watering.
No, mine is not.
非常鲜美，
No,
非常。
Yeah.
I don't think my mouth has ever been drier. It's like fucking Saharan.
Well, that's not good for Pride Month. We need to fix that.
No, it's not. But
We
you
need
know,
to
this is
get
not
on
my
that.
first rodeo. We'll persevere.
I pulled this guy up. I pulled this kind of stay on track here. I pulled him up. The last one we did, Lorenzo. I don't know. Have you seen this dude, Jake? I'm looking for him. There's like a Chinese Steve Irwin on TikTok and on Instagram here who goes around and he finds sea creatures and basically accosts them, and
He terrorizes them.
yeah, he's like,
Have we learned nothing?
No, we don't. We don't learn anything. Learning's for the weak and the lame.
For the week.
Who learns? Not I tell you what.
Okay, this is
yeah. You just found a live crab and ate it on site. Instantly ate it. Like that. This is a different level. I'm totally with you. I'm like, that's foul behavior. Like he's gonna create some type of new pathogen and cultivate
He's
it.
like,
this is COVID 40.
that's like fucking
We're gonna see
Grand
a
Theft
few.
Auto when you eat a fucking cheeseburger for more health and just like eat that shit real quick and go right back to the fight.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Didn't even pause, just ate it and ran. I just like octopi are almost as smart as we are, and you like
Right.
went into their home and just grabbed them.
Grabbed him up.
That's the shit I be saying.
fucking
Don't nobody think
him
about
up.
that shit though.
I-
Son, imagine somebody, you were chilling at the crib watching TV. Somebody just run up in your crib and try to snatch you up. Like, that's crazy.
And I'm like, damn, you weren't supposed to be here till 8. It's 7:30. You're early. Scheduling matters.
I had so many of his clips like stowed away on here for the longest time, and that channel got taken down or something, or removed. But like I said on the last episode, it came back through this guy reposting everything. But I
Now
mean,
it's gone.
that's what this dude
Library of
does.
Alexandria.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there we go.
he just.
Does he eat the starfish?
I have no idea. I'm nervous.
来吧，亲们，计时
What the
了，
fuck?
一起。
No.
现在不
Hold
偷
up.
多了，不，这个路
It's just a
Oh,
big.
I thought they were all dead.
No, it's just a big fishing net. So this is everything
They
that the
play
net
everywhere.
caught. Yeah.
哇，现在天都老凉了。哎嘿，来上一只，哎，开心哦。
This isn't as spectacular because I mean what he's good at is just being it on the reef, picking shit up and
They
going ham
are
with
going to
it.
show this to aliens, and they're going to be justified for whatever they do to us after it. Like we
Yeah.
deserve it.
Yeah.
They're going to show this at the jury.
They're gonna be like, I mean, like, do you have anything to say? And they'll be like, nah, just fucking do it.
Let's ask
We-
the audience. Like, come on.
They're gonna talk. They're gonna be able to talk to the animals and fish and shit. They're gonna like kill them.
2个大棒，好大个！我让你张这么大嘴来呀！哦，我的妈呀！哇塞！
I think this is a great message for Pride this year, Pride 2025. Do not stick your fingers in things without consent. That is all I'm going to say. What a brave and controversial statement, but don't go to the beach, walk around and just pop a little fingy in there. This is what happens.
I don't care how lonely you're feeling. Leave the sea life and the wildlife alone, please.
Leave Patrick and SpongeBob where they live, please.
Man, that's an excellent message. It really does.
You know what? I know someone that was on TV. I know a comedian who
Oh,
was
yeah?
on 90 Day Fiance.
Really?
Yeah.
So OG flavor, not 90 Days the other way. Because I go up so hard for all these shitty TLC dating shows. Like, have y'all seen MILF Manor?
No, but I know
I didn't
about
know
it.
it was a
Yeah,
thing.
I know about it.
Yeah.
Is it worth the watch?
It's a bunch of MILFs that like
No, I
it's
peeped that.
yeah,
I peeped
okay.
that.
Well, what is it? It's one
Well-
kid? Is that what it is? Or several kids?
Let me paint a picture, because would you believe I have a fucking PowerPoint presentation about this television show because I talk about it so often. 8 MILFs in a manor in Mexico. Hold on to that. That'll become important later.
Okay.
They show up to the beach and they're all here for a dating retreat. And they're like, where are the men on this dating retreat? They get to the beach. There's a big sheet. And behind the sheet, 8 silhouettes of hunky young men. The sheet drops. It's their sons. So it's 8 mother-son duos. They do have to share a room. So they have to basically cockblock their child and or parent to have sex on the show. The main character, main villain, protagonist, and deuteragonist is this blonde woman. Her, Callie, spelled that way because you know it is. She showed up and started yelling at people on the cast for speaking Spanish in Mexico because she found it offensive. The second episode, one of the MILFs admits to sleeping with her son's best friend, and her son gets blackout drunk. Oh, the Asian woman. Her name is So Young. She makes a lot of jokes about it. Not her, the woman in the black above that.
On me. Yeah, I just went.
Yeah, that's So Young. She thinks it's very funny that that's her name and she likes young men. She sleeps with her son's best friend, and her son has a full mental breakdown on television, gets blackout drunk and naked in the pool, and starts throwing things and refuses to talk to anybody. This is episode 2. I cannot recommend the show enough. It's so good.
That's her son.
I'm not watching that.
Poor
I
guy.
like.
Yep, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Brave of the
Holy
Marines.
fuck, bruh. That's not good. Nothing about that's good. That's very bad.
It's very
You shouldn't
bad.
support this. That's very bad.
It makes you feel better about yourself because it's like,
No,
my
I
mom
don't
never
wanna
fucked my
feel
best
good.
friend, and that's a bar I can keep. I will wear that with pride.
Certainly not on television, too. Like
Not on TV.
broadcast for everybody to see.
On the
pointed to.
learning channel.
Yeah. And
I feel like that's so fucked, bruh. Your mom betrayed you. Your best friend betrayed you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I will be watching.
what the
I'm gonna check it out.
I
That just
cannot
put me
recommend it
over.
enough.
Yeah.
They are all
I'm so
drunk all the
sick of,
time.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I've heard great
What
things,
the
nothing but
fuck?
great things about the show. And now that you remind me that it is their actual like children too that are
Yep.
competing. It's
Yep.
yeah, it's revitalized it.
And in honor of pride, there is one son who is very obviously gay, but is just on the show to help his mom out. And so he gets hit on constantly by all the other women. He's like, yeah, this is good. I'm having fun.
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna tell you
That's
which
a
one
really
it is,
good sign.
but you'll know which one to watch.
Right.
Stop. Is it episode 1 noticeable, or do I got to get into it?
I'd say I don't know how you could stop if you didn't watch episode 1, but
If I can't stop at 1, I'm not watching, because I'm not watching 2.
you know what? Is my last name on my Instagram? Maybe not.
I don't know. Yeah.
I never
Find it.
bothered because it's like French as hell and no one knows how to spell it.
It's okay.
That's me.
I'm pulling up Insta. It's about that time for us to
Yeah.
wrap up. Unfortunately, we could talk about MILFs and seafood all night, I'm sure.
All night.
But I know you do have to get out of here. I don't want to keep you too
MILFs
long.
and mermaids, yeah.
MILFs, mermaids, mermen,
Merman. Merthems, it's pride.
merthems, mertheys. Jake _my_day on Instagram. Laugh Tracks Comedy
Yep.
as well. Laugh Tracks Baltimore. Both of those. Go give those a follow. Everybody, please head over to Instagram. Go follow Facebook, all of it. And I mean, check out everything that Jake is up to.
Yeah. Ooh, I gotta update that. But yeah, it's Jake My Day everywhere. Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, Twitter, technically still, I guess. TikTok. Yeah, I post pictures of my cats and upcoming shows. It's real fun.
I love that.
Anything else coming up? Anything at all? I'm trying
Ooh,
to-
let me think. I don't know when this is coming out, but next Wednesday or June 11th, I'll be performing in an abandoned AutoZone with Seltzer Pride.
What?
It's called the AutoZone Building. Tickets are on my Instagram. It's just it's an abandoned AutoZone. It's get in the zone, everybody. Get into it. June 21st, Laugh Tracks. June 27th, I'll be with Clocked Comedy doing Big Gay Extravaganza thing. And then the 13th, I have a show with Quinn Klein. It's a dating game show in DC. I'm doing a lot of DC this year for Pride, so that'll be fun. Can't wait for that. And then, I have my podcast, Laugh or Train of Thought. It's premieres when I feel like it, when I have time. And just come find me on the internet and yell at me. It's a fun time.
Yes, Train of Thought. You have to get Lorenzo on there too, so we have the full trifecta.
The full cinematic universe.
I'd say if you do go on Lorenzo, be prepared. He stalks your Facebook and finds the oldest possible photo. I'm sure we'll see some young photos of you at a
everything
age.
I used to post in high school, and then once I left high school, I stopped posting. So everything's very cringy because I was just a bum. I was just a very no personality.
Those are the best.
Bum.
Those are the best videos though to unearth.
Exactly.
Are the ones that are like,
they're not.
This is a totally
no videos. It's just
innocent
pictures.
person here, But you
untainted
unruined
by the world at large.
Oh, man.
How are you gonna go back to fucking 4 years old?
Well,
watch me.
He said, "Watch me." Oh shit!
Watch me. We're working on it.
I got my people.
Is this your
already.
only cat, or do you have multiple cats?
Yeah, so that one's mine. The one in the picture next to it is my roommate's. That was just an advertisement post to find someone to take over my lease, which has happened. But yeah, that's Gazpacho. He is a monster, an asshole, a terrorist, and we all love him for it.
Is he really mean, or is it just...
No, he's just so stupid.
Yeah.
He's just so dumb and doesn't know his own strength or weight, constantly jumping and licking and screaming. But that's what cats are for, I wouldn't want one that behaved himself, otherwise I'd have a kid.
Exactly. Well, kids don't behave themselves, and you gotta wipe their shit. I'd rather scoop shit out of box than wipe it,
I don't know, because I'm not in the room with RFK. I don't got that grandchild, but we're working on it. This Pride, get Jake a grandkid. Don't need a kid, just a grandkid.
Is that
World's best granddad, right here on the T-shirt.
Hey man, well you'll be able to
The
pick
merch
up.
goes out tomorrow.
You'll be able to pick up one of his, I'm sure, if he keeps it up. I'm sure there will be a visit.
not without gloves. I'm not gonna pick up one of his.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It's gonna be sick already. It's already contaminated.
Not
You don't
that
want that.
one, yeah, certainly not.
Look, Jake doesn't have the fucking immune system that the Kennedys do. Look, he ain't wrong because kids expensive as shit. When them motherfuckers are sick or hurt, yeah, boy, you're not gonna have to worry about subletting the place because you're just gonna get killed. You're gonna be homeless because you're not gonna be able to afford rent and hospital bills. Yeah.
So also go to my Instagram to find my Kickstarter starting now for this future child.
Yes.
We have a stretch goal of $10.
Style, ayo.
Well, we are at the end of the show, but before we wrap, we had to skip it last episode because Delon had to run, but we're bringing it back. Lorenzo's here. Could you give us some advice about anything that we might or might not have talked
Here's
about?
some advice.
Yes, please.
I've probably said it before, but leave the animals alone because they just be chilling and you know what I'm saying? How would you feel if somebody ran up in your crib, started fucking with you? Very unexpected, very unappreciated. That's the first skis. Second off, cats rule, you know what I'm saying? And third, probably one of the best pets because they don't require a lot of attention. They require attention, but not that much, which is amazing,
So you're saying you can neglect a cat in a way that you can't another animal, like a snake
Daisy,
or a...
Look, Daisy's chilling in my lap right now, and this is what we do. I don't got to take her outside this
You've
shit
been hiding her this whole time? We juice her for views. Can you put her on camera, please?
Look at her.
There she
you.
is.
She doesn't like cameras. So
she's very
I have
private.
this theory. I feel like animals, so some people think that cameras steal your soul, and I think animals, that might be true because whenever I put a camera in her face, she looks away. She don't fuck with that shit. And dogs do the same shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's
You know what?
maybe
That
they're
makes
on something.
That makes sense. That's why my cat keeps telling me to go to church for my soul. Just make sure I'm taking care of that.
There we go. Let's see. Detect an absence.
Your soul nice and pure, so I could claim it for myself.
Exactly. Keep it fresh and minty, so you better be at church on Sunday.
I need a nice, yummy soul when I finally absorb you.
Any advice for a kid who's being dragged onto a TLC reality show with his mom for some unspoken objective?
Get the branding down now. Secure the secure the handle. Get on Cameo. Make your money while you can, because you're gonna need to pay for therapy bills. And then beyond that,
I'm sure there's a
come
direct
on my podcast. We'll talk about it.
There's got to be like a direct MILF Manor, Dr. Phil pipeline at this point, right?
Yeah.
Or you'd think.
Gotta be. Oh my god.
Because you're just fucking them up on TV, and then you transition them onto the farm that they put Bad Baby in.
Yeah. And then they become a U.S. congressman. That's the life cycle.
There we go. Or president.
I was gonna say.
Dream big, kids. This could be you.
Oh, okay. I like it. Potential. There's potential.
Dream big.
What about?
That's why they're going ahead. They're trying to see what they could put them through. See how they stand up the pressure.
Right. The forge. That's what it takes. It's the career pipeline. What about people trying to aspire to live their truth in a modern era of relationships and fluidity, sexual exploration as a traditional couple?
Don't lie. Don't live in your truth. Lie on a bitch. Stand in your falsehoods. Deceive, dishonor, and displace. That's my advice for this pride. Lie and get your money. Go home to your man, your woman, your non-binary life partner, and just get your fucking business done. Lie on them. You don't owe anybody anything. Stand in somebody else's truth. It worked for becoming Anna. It can work for you.
Amen. I think.
I like that actually. I like. Damn. Lie, deceit. I love that. Something about it really, like, you know, really
speaking
feeling it.
to you. Really resonated. Well, thank you, Jake. Thank you so much for doing our show, our clumsy little thing here. Different vibes, right? How would you rate this experience as opposed to your more curated one?
Listen, just based on what I said before about being lying, deceitful, dishonest, and distrustful, this was a 10 out of 10 time.
Oh, thank you so much.
The best podcast
That's
I've
all
ever
I need
done.
to hear. I don't care about context. A clip is a clip is a clip.
Amen.
Well, thank you seriously for joining us.
Thank you both. This was lovely.
I was gonna plug something and I forgot. Oh, just come to all of my shit, please. In the description, please click on all the links. Get tickets, buy tickets, and then be there as well. It's one thing to buy a ticket, but then it's another entirely to not show up and ask for a refund. I'll smack you if that happens. I've just been threatening people. I don't know why that is. I'm sorry about that. I came out of the gate aggressive, but we love you. You're very special. There are good people on both sides, always. And with that, good night, everybody. Like, subscribe, and thank you again for watching.
Good night, good people. I'm fucking dying.